You can't
What's the system?
System of the U.S.
Political.
government that's
Political.
been around
Very
since.
vague. Like, what exactly is the system? Like, what's happening? What's
Yeah.
the
It's
set
the
of
law.
order?
It's
Hell, we
the
had some
laws that are in
Congressman
place.
who can talk about it.
Okay, so name a law that's white people benefit from.
Gerrymandering.
What is that?
You don't know what you shouldn't be in the
But look,
conversation.
it doesn't even have to be the law itself. Like just the fact that
Gerrymandering, redlining, housing reprisals.
Redlining
these
is not a
laws?
law.
Are these are these laws?
Redlining is not a law.
Redlining
Gerrymandering is.
Gerrymandering?
If you don't know what gerrymandering is, don't ask questions like that.
Okay, then we don't need to talk to you then.
You're the one that doesn't know what it is. You asked for it. I gave you one. You don't know what it is.
Yeah, and I'm being fair and I'm being good faith by saying, what is that?
Sir,
Can't explain it?
No, I can't.
All right, then hush up. Let me go back and
No,
talk on the
she
mic.
don't need a hush up. She don't need a hush up. You don't get to tell her to hush up.
There is no
Her?
she.
You called him. You called this dude a her?
Yeah. So can I address the prompt?
Yeah.
look, I'll give you an example of where white people
He
benefit.
just said I can
that
address
has
the
nothing-
prompt.
Yeah. Let me get an example, Michael.
Sorry, I'll be real quick. So, where white people benefit that has nothing to do with laws. It's just day-to-day life.
Yes,
And
it
that
does
is, like-
have to do with law.
That's gonna create a
It has
fallacy.
to do with
I'm
laws
not
and
using
daily life.
laws
You're
as
wrong
the
there.
example.
You're half
I'm not
right.
u-
You're
not
gonna
use the
you're gonna
laws
make a
as the example.
fallacy, Michael. It should be up.
No. Just hear me out for half a second. That's all I'm going to ask for, and that is, I'm going to use the context like benefit of doubt. So when you're a black person, you have you're being doubted in your professional career, your academic career, legal settings. Cops look at you a certain way. You get pulled over. The actions are generally treated with white people by individual behaviors rather than reflections of their entire racial group. So when you're a white person, you're looked at as, you benefit from these things because you're treated based off of what you can actually do, what you can prove, who you are in a professional setting, the different things you've done in your career and how you proceeded in your academic career. Doesn't matter that, let me use Bryce as an example. If he goes and he gets an MBA, he gets a doctorate, because he's a black person, he is going to face certain, I'm trying to think of the right word.
Barriers.
Certain barriers that I wouldn't have to face
Mhm.
because his racial group. It has nothing to do with him as a person.
Because my dad is black and I'm half black.
It's
no matter
the
how-
benefit of
Wait,
doubt.
what
Now,
are
that
you?
is not a law. That's not a law.
Gerrymandering isn't a law. Also, this guy just lied.
Gerrymandering
Gerrymandering
is
is a
literally
practice.
legislation, which is how they draw up congressional and state districts. It literally
For the
is law.
sake of
Gerrymandering is not a law. It's a method of
practice.
drawing
It's a
election.
political practice.
It's not a law, sir.
But
Fine,
again,
it's
I'm
not a
of
law.
the opinion I think everybody can be racist.
You see how this guy just lied?
Even with me saying all that, I still think everybody can be racist.
Yeah, I agree. We're just trying to see his logical consistencies and why only white people could be racist. And for some reason, he said you could. For some reason, he said you could be racist when you don't hold any institutional power. That's weird, Michael. You don't want to ask questions about that?
You can be racist and not hold institutional power. You can just openly discriminate against somebody and you can be backed up by it. For example, in the South, there was people who were discriminating against black people from going to their stores. And they were backed up by the law, state and federal. Alabama,
Okay.
Mississippi, Louisiana, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Texas, North Carolina, Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, South Carolina, Florida.
I live in Alabama.
So what's the point of all this if you don't think all white people are racist?
I personally believe that they benefit from the system.
But what's the point of saying that if you think they're not all racist?
I never said they're all racist.
That's my point. You don't think they're all racist.
He's saying that only
I'm
white
not
people can
asking
be
you,
racist.
sir. I'm not asking you.
Sorry, Musclehead got.
Yeah, musclehead.
Whatever.
So
I personally do not know until you tell me you are. I don't want to assume, but I do believe in what I've read about racism, anti-racism, from anti-racism
anti-racism
writers.
doesn't exist. It's just a way for white people to cope and deal with their racism openly without being judged.
Anti-racism does exist, yes.
So what
Tim
is
Wise is
so
one.
do you have
Jane Elliott is one. Robin DiAngelo is
Jane
one.
Elliott? The woman that
Who
called a
did
black
Blue Eyes,
wait, hold
Brown
on.
Eyes?
The woman that called a black man the N-word and doubled down on it and said that black people shouldn't get reparations before Native Americans? That Jane Elliott?
Native Americans and black people should get reparations.
She said they should get it before us.
Then you need to talk to her about that.
Sir, you brought her up.
Yeah. She did a exercise with third graders
I don't
in
care about the
1970,
exercise.
You should care the exercise because those white kids don't understand racism and the power of it.
White people understand racism more than anybody, sir.
Huh?
White people understand racism more than anybody. So again, why did you skip over her calling a black man the N-word and double down on it? And double down.
You know what? If she did that, that was
Bro, what
wrong.
is Muscle Milk talking about?
Jane Elliott, an educator from Iowa, an anti-racism activist and writer, did an exercise called the blue-eyed, brown-eyed.
Why do you keep skipping over the fact that she called a black man the N-word?
You know what? If she did, she was wrong.
So
I'm
she's
not
just wrong.
I said she was wrong. She was not. It was not okay.
But you notice how you want to just downplay that and go back to this study she did in the 60s.
I'm not downplaying that.
Wait, so Mark Henry, like you want him to be racist against all white people?
All right,
what is it?
Stop calling him Mark Henry.
Man, look, he's insecure. I don't care about that. He can keep saying the little stuff. I don't care.
How do you say your name? Is it Maceo?
Figure it out. So again,
I'm not downplaying that at all.
Why are you being rude to Michael?
So again,
so do you think all white people are racist?
Yes, they are. So,
but I'm not even talking to you, Dream.
So again, you keep bringing up this study that she did in the 60s to deflect from her calling a black man the N-word.
She does it today.
Does it matter? She's still racist.
Does matter. Does matter.
Oh, so you believe in white
Other teachers have done it before.
Huh?
Other teachers have done it before.
So?
White teachers have done that.
Wait a minute. If an abuser acknowledges that they're abusing somebody, but they continue to do it, does it matter that they acknowledge it?
Putting somebody through a blue-eyed, brown-eyed exercise is not abuse.
What is racism? Sir, I'm not talking about that as a direct correlation. I'm just talking about the ideology of just because somebody acknowledges that they're doing something harmful doesn't matter when they continue to allow harm to happen.
Okay, so Mr. TRT, like what exactly is your point in this?
Sir, you got to get over your insecurities, bro. You just got to get over that. Like, Planet Fitness is $10 a month.
Dream, ain't nobody speaking to you.
Yeah, I'm going to Planet Fitness after.
Okay, so what is racism, sir?
Racism is prejudice plus power.
Okay, so that's a tertiary definition. Dictionaries are not primary sources of information. You said that you've researched racism.
I don't really go off the dictionary. I go off of a definition from an anti-racist activist. Anti-racist writer.
Who, Kendi?
No. Robin DiAngelo, not Kimby.
Oh my God. Okay, so you said it's prejudice, right?
Tim Wise.
Sir. Again, you give credit.
Wrote Race War, White Like Me, talking about how white people are racist, even acknowledges that white people are racist.
Again, you give credit. You give credit to white people for just saying what everybody already knows. But also,
there's black people like Michelle Alexander who wrote the book New Jim Crow.
Sir,
how is it the prison system?
Sir, and you still don't know what racism is. That's the problem.
Yes, I do know what racism is.
Okay, so Mr. Creatine, tell us what racism is.
Can we hear out your definition of racism? I'm actually interested.
A system of subjugation that elevates white people over non-white people in society by categorizing them with labels based on their physical appearance and creating a hierarchy based off their physical appearance and ascribing certain social values to them, which they can determine the outcomes of these different groups based on where they fall in the hierarchy. Okay. So again, if all white people are benefiting from something and none of them are doing anything besides talking about it, regurgitating what black people say.
Well, a lot of us don't have power to make any changes.
Oh, see, and there we go. That's what they all say. I don't have power.
Hold on, Batista. He was just correcting you.
Well, yeah, most white people do have power. You can choose to not be racist or racist.
I'm saying, like,
you cannot choose to not be racist.
Institution. He said to make changes in the institution. A lot of us don't have powers to make
Yes, you
changes.
do.
Yes, you do.
We could call our senator and our congressman.
Sir, hold on. What did they do?
Black people could do the same, though.
Hold on. Michael, what did they do on January 6th?
You're talking about storming the Capitol?
Okay, so so why did they do that?
Because they was unhappy that Trump lost a presidential election.
Okay, so white people got so upset that they tried to overthrow the government. Can I finish my statement?
That's not a small group of white people.
Can I finish my statement?
They represent a good chunk of white people.
Man, y'all keep.
You can talk. I'm not interrupting you.
Yeah, go ahead, Mr. Protein Powder.
You're so insecure. So they'll get that upset about an election. Show me where they got this, where white people collectively got this upset. Man, you got it, bro.
I've called senators. I've called Congress.
I didn't, sir. I'm not talking about calling a senator. When have white people stormed the Capitol over racism?
Never.
Okay, so you're all complicit.
No,
that's stupid. That was stupid. That didn't make no sense.
Talking about a
so wait a minute. Is racism a system?
Wait, what about the white people in Black Lives Matter?
So wait a minute.
That's a small group.
And what I'm saying is that small group was more serious than the larger group that you say isn't racist.
Yeah, because they were all fucking bigoted people who were so hateful, had so much hate in their heart.
And how is it not bigoted to know that all of this stuff is going on and doing nothing to seriously address it?
I had no.
You don't know what bigoted means.
I do know what bigoted means.
I'm not talking to you. I was talking to Mr. Critzy.
Let me. He's insecure.
I'm talking to you.
If who, Michael?
No, Evil.
I mean, he's just.
Bro,
he's
I
just
was obviously
trolling,
talking to Kurt Angle. I'm saying, like,
I'm
if you could tell. Why would you be talking to me if I'm responding to him?
Doesn't matter. I'm talking to you. This is my life.
I mean, to be honest, he's just diverting the conversation because he's insecure.
I just want to hear from Maseo.
Hey, go ahead, Roydhead.
Yeah. So again, good cop, bad cop. If I'm a good cop, I do everything by the book. I'm honest. I'm fair, right? And you're a bad cop. You plant evidence. You lie on people. You falsify reports. I know about it, but I never say anything about it. I never try to seriously address the fact that I know you're doing this. Am I still a good cop?
No.
Okay, so how are white people good when they know all of this is going on and they don't seriously try to address it and end it?
You're acting like we never try to make changes.
You've never tried to make changes.
Just because we don't storm the Capitol doesn't mean we don't try to
Mina, let her talk.
Have you done anything actively to stop the oppression?
So I'm going to answer. I'm going to say two things to that.
Have you done anything actively?
So I'm going to say two things to that.
Because I have.
Okay, so the answer to your question is yes for one, and I can show that for one. And two, you notice how when the question is criticizing white people on what they do, they deflect back on. Excuse me, they deflect back on what black people are doing.
Oh, I'm just trying to fight the
sir,
because you're sitting here telling me I haven't done anything.
So, sir,
or you're saying no white people have done anything.
Do black people have? Oh my God, man! Do black people have equal power in this society to address anything? So why are you asking a black person what they have done?
I'm asking you. Okay.
What have black people always done? Slave revolts, this movement, that movement, civil rights movement.
Mm-hmm.
What movement have white people started themselves to address racism?
Black people also been racist, Booker T. You don't think so?
What movement have white people started themselves without black people involved to address racism? Name it.
None that I can think of.
So how are y'all not part of the problem collectively?
That's so stupid. There's some white people in the Black Lives Matter movement.
He's saying none have ever started a movement by themselves. Like people have joined movements, but they've never started them.
Mm-hmm. Where's the evidence that all white people are aware and accept these actions?
Society.
There's no evidence.
Wait, what's the question? Where's the evidence?
There's no evidence.
He just acknowledged that white people have never done anything. He just admitted that. He just said we have never formed a movement to address any of these issues by ourselves.
And that's one person saying that.
That's
okay, well, you name the movement that white people have started by themselves.
Why do they need to start the movement?
Isn't the whole issue about ending racism, dummy?
Hold on. Yeah. So what if somebody starts a new movement and then they join it? What's wrong with that?
Sir, latching on to what black people are already doing is irrelevant.
Oh, look. I know the TRT's getting to your head, bro. I'm asking you, if they join the movement, what is wrong with that? How are they not part of it?
Performative, sir.
How do you know it's performative?
Hold on.
How do you know that they're not genuine?
Hey, is it Maceo? Maceo? I'm not trying to be rude, genuinely.
God, I don't know why that name just...
I tried to ask him for his name as well. He told me to figure it out. So
hey, so if you have
just
crime, you live on a street.
Just say Mace, bro.
If you have crime on a street, the street you live on, and you don't go out and fight crime with the police or anyone else, are you equally responsible for that crime?
Yeah, that's a false equivalency because people
No, that was perfect,
you asked a question, I'm answering the question. Now you don't want me to answer it.
No, I'm sorry. You're right. Go ahead.
Right. So Just because you aren't trying to be Batman and go fight crime does not mean you can't fight crime in other ways in your community. There are other ways citizens can address issues in their community outside of trying to be Bruce Wayne. So no, you do not have to tag along with the police and fight crime to actually fight crime. That's why it's a bad example.
So do I have to be the initiator of a movement to not agree with that movement?
Can you rephrase that?
Do I have to go out and create an entire movement, right? Like you said, January 6th, right? The equivalent when have white people, storm the Capitol for racism, right? To combat that. Do you have to be the first person in that building for it to count, or can you support the people that are standing up against it and that be enough?
Who has the most power in the country?
No. I asked a question.
I'm answering your question.
No, you're answering my question with another question. So I'm answering the questions, avoiding it.
Yes, they do.
So it's not to avoid it. Like, that's not why he was asking his question. It was more to clarify.
I think that was a clarification.
It's the majority of the country, the people who have the most social, economic, and political power. Yes, they're supposed to be the ones that lead these initiatives, if they were serious. But why is it all we ever see is a few of them latch on to things black people and non-white people already started? Because the collective don't care, except for the panderers, who latch on, just like the feminist movement. What did they do? Did they actually advocate for black women, or did they advocate for their own movement and use black women in the process? White women got the right to vote when?
Even though you weren't around, you can see
can you let him answer? White women got White women got the right to vote when?
They got the 1920.
And black women got it when?
1964.
Bro, that TRT making you aggressive, man.
And they got it because of what? The civil rights movement or the feminist movement?
Civil rights movement.
Okay, so you see how white people will start something for them, but they'll latch on to black people?
But you have to acknowledge, and you like to avoid it, is that the only reason that those things happened is because good people who were in power saw that was not correct and changed it. If all white people truly were actively racist, not saying they don't benefit from racism, because there's a difference, and we can argue these definitions. That's what I don't like about the prompt. But if all white people were truly racist, then those things would have never happened.
What do you think racism is?
So, racism is you believing that your race is superior to others. Racism is the combination of prejudice plus power. So while black people can experience racism and white people can't experience racism, I can be a benefactor of racism because of my skin color and the location I was born. It doesn't make me a racist. If you look at the definition of racist, you'll see the differences.
So again, you guys always use these tertiary definitions that are at
Doesn't
best.
matter. You have to critique it.
I don't know why he keeps interrupting conversations between people, and he's never adding anything to the conversation.
You don't want to talk to me, Mr. TRT.
Because you don't have anything, bro.
I think I cooked you before, actually, but go ahead, talk the shop.
No, he didn't. You didn't.
I definitely cooked this guy before.
No, you did not cook his ass. Stop lying.
Okay, so what you described...
No, you did not. Definitely.
See, he's just messing the conversation up. I'm like, but again, what you described.
So let me talk to him after this.
Okay, I'm done. Y'all got it, bro.
No, you can still continue. I'm gonna mute his ass.
Yeah, you don't gotta run.
I'm listening.
Maceo. So
Maceo.
what you described as white supremacy. Racism is not the belief that one group is better than the other. Racism is the system that allows a white supremacist to be a supremacist.
That's systemic racism. It's different.
All racism is systemic, sir.
No, it's not.
Oh my
God. No. I'm sorry. All racism is, you are correct, but racist is what we're talking about. Racist. The difference between racist and racism.
Yeah, racist would be the person.
Yeah.
Yeah, all white people, sir. So what do you disagree with me on? That all white people are racist?
I benefit from a system that was created for white people because I am white. I do not think I am superior or should have a superiority over other people.
You keep conflating white supremacy with racism. Saying that you're racist is not saying you're a bad person. It's not even, sir. Oh my God, man, y'all got it, bro.
You just look at the definition of racist and
Sir,
you'll stop.
What definition are you using?
Racist, the single word. Just Google racist.
Sir, you keep using these tertiary definitions that don't mean anything.
It's the Merriam-Webster definition.
Sir,
you can look it up.
Is the dictionary a tertiary source, yes or no?
Yo, just critique his definition, that's all.
I already did.
You're not. You're just saying why he should use his definition, musclehead.
He gone. Continue.
Okay, so use your definition then. Read it to us. When you're on Teacup, we can't hear you.
Exactly.
You shouldn't have kicked him. You should have just muted him.
Well, he keeps on muting himself, so I have to kick him because he's not listening. He's not following the rules. Don't interrupt people. And don't call people names.
Yeah.
No
So
bullying, no trolling.
I know you can't hear me. I just wanted to refresh myself verbatim.
I can hear you.
So give me 1 sec.
I can hear you.
Yeah, we could hear you, dude.
Yeah. We're having a great conversation. He just wants to be an a-hole. He doesn't want to understand because he's stubborn and hard-headed. That's why. Right?
I agree with almost 90% of what Maceo is saying.
Yeah.
It's just the 10% I'm stuck on is I don't believe all white people are racist.
Because you have a caricature relationship with racists. You think I'm talking about how you think and things that you actually do when I say that.
Yes.
And that's 100%. The problem. I don't think you're in the triple K. I don't think you're a neo-Nazi. I don't think you probably walk around calling black people the N-word. Not doing those things doesn't mean anything.
Mm-hmm.
There are racist
people. So what are you saying?
There are racist people that are married to black people. There are racist people with black biracial kids.
Yep, and have side pieces.
Well, having a side piece is irrelevant.
Well, there's racist people who have side pieces, like side pieces.
What's the relevance in that?
You're saying that a white person can be racist and marry a black person and have black biracial kids, but they can also have black side pieces. There's a lot of racist people who have black side pieces.
Yes, they can date black people on the side, but that's irrelevant. Yeah, the fact is that they can have romantic relationships.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Yes.
So explain how that would work, Michael.
Well, I didn't say that.
No, I'm just saying. Do you acknowledge that?
Yeah.
So explain how somebody can be racist and be and date a black person.
I think it's more like I'm not an expert here, but I would assume that's like a kink thing.
Can I read the definition now?
Racist? Yeah, read it.
Yep.
I'm married to a black person, by the way, but
okay. So yeah, there goes the tokenizing.
Sorry. I've been married to her for 2 years.
And let me ask you this. Let me ask him this real quick. What was the relevance in you telling us that?
The definition of racist.
Because the story came up, so I wanted to mention it.
But again, if I had never brought
y'all brought it up first, I wasn't gonna bring it up.
You were never gonna bring. So you've never brought up the fact that you're married to a black person in a conversation like this?
No.
You're lying, but okay.
No, I'm not. I mean, this is like the second live I've ever been on, so.
I'm glad you're here.
He's gonna read a definition, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, I read it. It's literally a person who believes their race is a superiority. That is
not what the definition is saying.
Well, then read it. Read racist. Read it then. Read it. And
you said you were getting the definition.
Exactly. I have. How the hell are you supposed to read it?
Can you hear me?
How was y'all doing today?
That's a little kid.
Yeah.
I got rid of it. Continue.
You said Merriam-Webster?
This is Google.
Yeah, so we're not even using dictionaries at this point.
Even Dream77 said I didn't.
Okay.
You refuse to look it up. You keep changing and redefining it to white supremacy, which is
because you keep saying the belief that a race is superior.
That is a racist. Yes, look up the definition. That is 100% what racist is.
So can somebody that's not a white supremacist be racist?
Yes.
So you see how y'all walk into the point every time.
No, white supremacists and racists are different.
Exactly. So when I asked you about racism, why did you say the belief that a race is superior?
How does this channel get so many kids?
He said he hasn't set up to where anybody can join. He doesn't. Yeah.
You are conflating. I was arguing the differences between racism and racist.
So
you wanted to change my definition of the definition of racist to white supremacy.
Sir, you gave a definition of white supremacy when I asked you for racism. So anyway, Merriam-Webster.
Racism is. I gave you. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. You're going to read it.
A belief that race is a fundamental determinant of human traits and capacities that the racial differences produce are inherent superiority of a particular race.
Well, yeah, what I just said.
Okay.
That's racist. What
So,
I just said.
does that make sense to
your
you?
race is superior. Yes. I just said you think that your race is
So,
superior.
wait a minute.
That's white supremacy.
So, is racism a system?
That's not what he said.
Hold on. Is racism a system?
Yes.
So where am I? So
keep
hold on.
Mixing up racism and racist are two different things.
I
They're
read the
not
definition of racism just now, sir.
That wasn't the definition of racism.
Yes, it is.
No, the definition of racism
Okay,
is
I'm gonna show it
prejudice.
I'm gonna show it on my screen. I'm literally reading the definition of racism.
I'll expand you if you do. Okay.
Racism. A belief that a race is fundamentally determinant of human traits and capacities, and that the racial differences produce an inherent superiority of a particular race. Racism.
Okay.
Well, then anyone could experience racism.
That's why the definition doesn't make sense. Because explain to me how black people are using their superiority complex over you to determine the outcomes of people in your community.
At any level? I mean, so what? Like if they're the head of the HOA, does that count? If they're the mayor of my town, is that enough?
Sir, give me an example. An actual example, not a hypothetical, something we could point to and say, these black people are being racist to white people and causing them to have negative outcomes. Show it to us.
There are people on TikTok every day who advertise that they refuse to hire white people, will only hire BLK people.
And how is that having a systemic effect on white people?
So you keep
racism doesn't have to be systemic.
Racism is systemic,
yes,
sir.
it has to be systemic.
No,
yes.
there's internalized racism, interpersonal
Sir,
racism.
internalized
structural
racism is that's how you feel about yourself.
Yeah.
What
So what does that have to do with the conversation?
No. Internalized racism is private beliefs, is prejudice, is bias.
Sir, it's prejudice within your own group.
Yeah, within your own race.
So how exactly?
There's
So
four definitions of racism.
Sir, so if I don't like other black people, how is that hurting you?
It's not hurting me.
Exactly.
But that is a version of racism.
So you're not understanding what you're saying.
Internalized racism is about yourself. That you hate
exactly.
yourself.
So how is that hurting white people, sir?
Have you never seen Boondocks? I mean,
yeah, I've seen it.
So Michael,
right.
Michael, explain to me how a black person that doesn't like black people is hurting white people.
It's not hurting me.
In
but it
the
is
conversation,
a version of racism. That's
Michael,
the whole point I'm bringing up. Is there's other versions of racism.
Racism.
Michael, the conversation we were having was about how black people are hurting white people, and you give up an example of black people not liking black people.
That was one example I gave. I gave out 4.
Sir, if we're talking about black people harming white people, why would you bring that up?
I gave out 4 examples. 4.
Michael,
I gave you all 4 definitions.
We already know the 4 versions of racism. Why would you bring up internalized racism when we're talking about black people harming white people based on race?
I brought it up because I was bringing up all 4.
Why in this conversation? You just wanted to let us know that you know what
No. I brought it up because I said there was 4 versions of racism and I listed out all 4. That's the fucking
you just
reason
Googled it. That's fine. We don't care.
Yeah, that's fine. That's what I did. Yes.
Exactly. So you didn't prove you knew anything. You proved that you could read something.
Yeah, I proved that there's 4 versions of racism.
Who disagreed with that, Michael?
You.
No,
You said
I
there's
didn't.
structural racism, and that's it.
Sir, go look at the definition or the graph that you looked at. So don't all 4 of them fall under the system of racism?
No.
So which one doesn't fall under the system of racism?
Interpersonal.
So how does it not fall under the system of racism?
Interpersonal, you don't have to have power over somebody.
I said, how does it not fall under the system? You're not understanding the question because you don't. Sir, are there 4 types of racism?
One at a time, please.
Yes.
Okay.
Explain what you're asking so I know how to answer it.
Sir, I can't say it any more plain. There's 4 types of racism. How does one not fall under the structure of racism then?
I guess I'll just concede.
Y'all just be talking on this app, man. Can racism be subconscious, Michael?
Yes.
So how do you know you're not racist?
Nigger. Big black
Don't
bitch.
do that.
So how do you know you're not racist if it's subconscious?
In theory, I wouldn't know.
Okay, so but you're making a definitive statement that you're not,
Because, I tried my best not to be.
which means nothing.
There is 4 levels of racism.
There's not 4 levels. There's 4 ways it's categorized, and 2
All
of them
4
don't
ways.
even make sense to me. If you ask me, there's no such thing as interpersonal racism. That doesn't make sense.
Yeah, that I didn't believe either. No.
Do
So
you
don't
believe in
like,
interpersonal racism?
microaggressions?
Huh?
You don't believe in microaggressions? People hating people just because
Where
of
did
his
the
color?
microaggressions come from?
People hating people?
No, where did the microaggressions come from?
I don't know. You tell me.
The
Dream, you need
system.
to mute.
The system.
Yeah.
So if you turn on the TV, you read the newspaper, you watch a movie, you watch a TV show, do we not see all of these stereotypes reinforced?
Yep.
And then we have a system that allows people to reinforce their biases that they got from the system, correct?
Yep.
So how is it not systemic? It's not interpersonal.
Okay.
Engage with the point.
I get your point.
He agrees.
Okay. We changed someone's mind today. That's good.
Well, I don't think we changed his mind. I just think he doesn't have a rebuttal for it.
No.
Well, no.
Again,
No, I think he's misinformed, and I think we give him some food for thought. That's the whole point of this live, is giving people that information and also debating what we believe, and also it's a learning space. People can learn here.
Well,
and
I
grow.
didn't even think about the fact that interpersonal racism could be linked to the system itself and how.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because racism is not an individual thought or ideology.
Yeah, it's a system, especially here in America.
Globally.
Globally, but I'm most likely just talking about America.
Wait,
But
why do you say non-white people can't be racist?
Because they don't have the power. They have prejudice, but they don't have a power. White people do.
So that means there's no hierarchy then, right?
To a certain extent, yes.
To what extent is there not a hierarchy?
To a non-hierarchy, most likely in terms of maybe classism, but
Yeah, we're talking about
There
race,
is-
though. We're not talking about
Race.
classism.
Macy, so based off of what you were saying, I mean, just systematic racism is really all there is. There is no form.
yeah.
There is
There is-
no, yeah. Because
Yeah,
without the
Because
system,
everything links back to systematic.
without the
to
system, people wouldn't have these quote-unquote individual ideas.
I actually think I agree with you.
And also, Krusky just said, if you're not the race in power, you can't be
Yeah,
racist.
because she doesn't know what racism is either. Do we agree that the system of racism is based off a racial hierarchy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So who's second after white people?
people of color,
What people?
people of color,
No, which
non-white
spe-
people.
Are you
Sir,
talking about
what
in the U.S. or are you talking about?
What specific group
Are you talking about in the U.S. or in the world?
Black people.
in the world? So wait a minute. You think black people are second in line to white people?
No. I think if we're talking about the world, it would be Asian.
Exactly.
Right.
But Asians are black.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro.
There's people in
Are you
Africa who
trolling
look
right
Asian.
now?
I'm not trolling.
How are Asian people black?
Asian people are black because they come from Africa. If you look at the slant
Asian
eyes,
people come from Asia.
the hair, the lips, the nose, it comes from Africa. If you look at the southwestern African tribe, the Kanobi-San
Sir.
tribe,
You're not making
I
any
think,
sense.
Bryce, I can't back you on this one, dude.
Yeah, no. This,
look it up. Look it up.
I just
look it
want
up.
to say something. to Maceo, just because I'm white, I'm not a racist.
You're
and
racist, and I don't care.
That. I'm not going to accept that.
I don't care what you accept, white woman.
Well, I don't care what you accept.
Then
You're
why'd
not
you
gonna
come up
call
here
me
to talk to me
racist just
then?
because I'm white.
You came
and
up here
don't
to
even
address
know
me, so you clearly care, dummy.
You don't know me.
I don't have to know
Can't
you.
call all white people racist.
You're racist. What's next for you?
You can't call all white people racist.
All white people are racist.
That's racist
Do something about
in
it.
of itself.
Do something about
No,
it.
it's not.
All white people are racist. Do something about it.
Yeah, it's not.
No.
You see, they get more triggered about the word versus the actual system.
I'm not triggered. It's
then
a
why'd
fact.
you come
I'm
up
not
here to address
racist.
me then?
You are the racist.
Okay, I'm a racist. What's next for you?
Okay, I'm glad you admit it.
Okay,
That's
so
good.
what else?
Awesome.
What else?
Just wanted to make that clear.
What else?
Nothing. I wanted to make
so
that
you don't
clear
have nothing
that
to add
I'm
to the
not a
conversation.
racist and you are.
You came here because you're triggered. We don't
Cool.
care. You're messing the
Sorry,
conversation
hold
up.
on real quick. Real quick, Dream. You said earlier that the Civil War was made was done to help Black people. Do you believe that?
I'm saying they were fighting for the rights of Black people.
That
No,
is
they
not
were
true.
not.
No, that's not
They
true.
were not true.
The North was upset because they felt the South had a labor advantage because of slavery over them, and they feared the expansion of Southern states getting power in the Senate, and they would have political power over Northern states. That's why even after the North, quote unquote, won, there was still racial oppression in the North of Black people. Being against the institution, being against the institution of slavery is not being against racism. These are two distinct different things.
Maceo.
Maceo.
Asians share ancient African roots because our earlier human ancestors involved in Africa before migrating across the globe.
Nobody is arguing that they have African ancestry. That having African ancestry does not make you Black.
Yes.
Okay, so wait a minute. Are there white people with African ancestry?
Have you heard of the Sadiq? Have you heard of the Andamanese? Have you heard of the Black folks in Papua New Guinea? Have you heard of Black folks in Australia, New Zealand?
Sir, you're talking about all Asians. You said Asian people are Black. So are white people with African ancestry Black?
If they're majority white, they're white.
So if somebody is if a majority of your ancestry is Asian, but you have some African ancestry, are you Black or are you Asian?
Because that Asian ancestry comes from African ancestry.
Bro, just like white Europeans have African ancestry, correct?
Small percentage.
It doesn't matter the percentage. They have African ancestry.
It does matter. It does matter. Yep, it does.
Sir, you don't know what you're talking about.
I do know what I'm talking about.
By your definition, everybody would Asian.
By his definition, everybody's Black.
Yeah, so
no,
that would mean every Hispanic is Black.
Hispanic just means you come from a Spanish-speaking country. It doesn't speak to race.
No.
Did human life originate in Africa?
Hmm?
Did the Homo sapien, the modern human, originate in Africa?
Yes.
So is everybody Black?
Not exactly.
You're not making no sense, bro.
You ain't either.
You're the one saying African ancestry makes you Black, even though you can be a distinctly different race.
Yes. Because that's where we came from.
Maceo is the only one up here making sense. He's the only one I've agreed with so far.
I appreciate that.
I can think that all I want to, so you don't have to agree.
There are Black people in Asia, but not all Asians are Black, bro.
That's fine. That's fine.
So Maceo, based off of your definitions, can other people be racist?
Yes.
Okay. And you said all white people are racist. Tell me what you mean by that so I know better.
Yeah, there is Black Australians and Pacific Islanders too.
I'm asking Maceo. I want to know.
I'm reading the chat.
Because all white people benefit from the system and do absolutely nothing to eliminate the system of whiteness.
There's some who do.
Who?
There's some who do.
So and all you're gonna name are people that pontificate about racism on these little panels or these little lectures?
Now, I'm not talking about the people on the panels doing history. There's people
No,
who've
I'm
done
not
some
talking
of
about TikTok panels. I'm talking about like Tim Wise and people like that. All they do is have lectures.
Okay, there's other people than that though. There's
What do they
John
do?
Brown, who's an abolitionist.
Again,
Aaron Beecher Stowe.
Non-white people
but
can
you
be
know that
racist.
you see how y'all have to go back centuries to bring up John Brown, and John Brown was against slavery. There is a difference between being against racism and the institution of slavery. A lot of people in the North were abolitionists. It doesn't mean they liked black people.
No, it doesn't mean that. You're right.
It's really not that deep. Like, this is all made up.
Well, it's all made up.
Yeah, it is made up, but you can't deny it doesn't exist.
Sexuality, it's all made up.
Race does exist.
Race does exist. Sexuality does exist. Okay, fine, it's made up, but you can't deny it doesn't exist.
It exists, but it's not that serious. Like,
it is that serious. It's been that serious since the beginning.
Because we take it seriously. If you're still identifying as white or black or Asian, whatever, of course you're going to experience racism.
Oh my god!
Everybody in the world identifies as something.
Exactly, that's the problem. Like, if we stopped identifying as whatever, we wouldn't.
So why would you, if you feel that way, why would you join a conversation about race?
Because this is clearly upsetting a lot of you when the issue.
We're having a good conversation, and here she
not being
comes.
white or not being black or not being Asian.
We're not about to get rid of race. No, we're not about to
just
get rid of race.
Just don't be a race.
They did all this stuff.
Racism.
No, removing race does not remove racism. People can still be racist, right? Regardless of acknowledging.
They can't be racist if you don't exist as a race.
Acknowledging
racism existed even before the invention of race. Go look up proto-racism. Go look up Benjamin Isaac's book, The Invention of Race.
You don't have to respond to that. You can simply say, I'm not black, I'm not Asian, I'm not white. And
she didn't hear what I said.
Ma'am, I'm not ancestors. Whatever my ancestors is, that's what I am. Whatever my ancestors said, that's what I am. Period.
Yeah, she just came to mess the conversation.
It made no sense anyway. It's not like you can pretend that you're not your race and all of a sudden everybody's going to accept that.
Well, I do agree that it was race is made that, you know, white people do not define what race is, right? Like, I agree with that. Y'all cannot about to tell us who we are because y'all looked at it. First off, race, I will say the whole race construct is freaking stupid. Y'all call people who are brown, black, dumbest thing I ever heard of. Y'all call people who are yellow brown. Y'all call people who are pale adjacent yellow, and then people who are actually white. Like, it's stupid.
Who is yellow?
It really is stupid.
Who is yellow?
Maybe the person
Asians are supposed to be yellow.
Yeah,
but
Asians aren't called brown.
Y'all call other people.
But there is some Asians who are brown.
Asians are not called brown.
But there is some who are brown. If you go to Malaysia, if you go to Thailand, if you go to Samoa, Guam.
I didn't say they weren't brown. I'm talking about, I am talking about people who are actually brown people, right? They're not called brown, even though people don't know the term black actually originally meant brown. That's something people don't know. Me, I'm American.
That's not a race.
What is my race? I'm American Aborigine.
What about South Asians? How they become dark?
What do you mean? How did they become dark? They were already dark.
Yeah, they came.
They didn't start off light.
They can trace their bloodline to Africa. There's the Siddiqs and Sri Lankans, but Bangladeshis, Pakistanis.
The Siddiqs are a part of the Arab slave trade.
Yeah.
So they kind of don't count. They're not aboriginals.
No, they're not aboriginals. They're black,
but there are black aboriginals in Asia that have.
Can you prove that you're indigenous to America?
Can you prove that you came from Africa?
Yeah. After you prove you're indigenous.
Okay, so what's the name of your ancestor that was brought over from Africa?
When you prove that you're indigenous, I'll do mine.
Oh no, I can show you, my ancestor that's indigenous, but can you show me your ancestors that came from Africa?
When you mean indigenous, do you mean you have a
I meant aboriginal. I meant the first people on this land. I meant what I said.
So again, are you saying that human life started here or you migrated here?
I don't believe in that whole out of Africa migration BS, because yet again, that was something created by colonizers to say they have a right to take over whatever land they want in this world.
So human
and
life started
anybody
in
they
the
find on
Americas.
any landmass that looks a certain way doesn't have any rights to that land because they all came from Africa.
So human life started in the Americas.
I didn't say human life started.
That's the only way you could be indigenous.
It could have. Human life could have started in Asia. There was the out of Asia theory before the out of Africa theory.
So that would mean you're not indigenous
out of Africa theory was fairly new. It was a new theory created around the time slavery ended.
Then that means you're not indigenous to America if you originated in Asia.
Because I don't believe in out of Africa. I'm not Siberian. I am not claiming to be related to those people.
So again, did human life start in the Americas?
It possibly did start in the Americas, but like I said,
she doesn't have an answer for this. That's the only way. That's the only way you can be an Aboriginal.
That's not. You're still going away from the question I asked. I asked you, what is the name of your ancestor that came from Africa?
How am I supposed?
Can you tell us the name of one person that came over from Africa?
Here's the fallacy in that argument. As if
what fallacy in the argument? It's a valid argument.
I'm going to explain it because people act like African people didn't have their names, their history, everything white.
I didn't say. Did I say any of that? I never said that.
So why are you asking me who my ancestor? So why are you asking me who my ancient ancestor in Africa is? Knowing what white people did.
I just asked, what's the name of your African ancestor that was born in Africa? That's all I asked. What are you talking about? You're putting words in my mouth I never said.
Yeah, so most black people are never going to be able to tell you that because our history was literally wiped when we arrived here. Actually, prior to us even arriving.
It was what? So they did it. You just said. So I've heard apparently. They said they kept records of the slave trade, right? They kept insurance on all of these slaves that they were bringing over. So would there not be records of the names?
After they renamed them?
Sir, after they renamed them, did they rename all of them? Soon as they got off the boat?
Wait a minute. Why do so many black Americans have European last names?
That's a good question. Why do Native Americans also have those same European last names?
Because they were colonized.
And also, why do white people have a different last name from the one that some of them came over with? Because when they got on the boat to come to America, they had a different last name than when they got here.
It was Americanized. They changed their last name to assimilate.
Oh, okay. So the Europeans changed their last names to assimilate with the Indians.
So again, you're still not proving how you're indigenous.
No, I'm asking.
Hold on. No, there's some Europeans who are not Anglo-Saxon or Irish or Scottish or Welsh who change their last name, or even not even French or German, who change their last names to sound more American.
Yeah, just like Asian people come over here and change their name to John, Anna, Ann.
Yeah, to assimilate.
Okay.
Because we preach assimilation in America.
So they were trying to assimilate with the Indians. Like, who were they trying to assimilate with? Because I'm talking about the first settlers in different parts.
The white American man.
Okay, so who was the white American man they was trying to be more like with changing their last names?
The one who landed on Plymouth Rock, the settlers who were the Pilgrims, the English people who came from England who settled in America.
We're missing the point. Where does your phenotype come from?
My phenotype?
Yes.
You tell me, because I didn't know a phenotype came from a specific place. Because like I said, I'm answering your question.
You said you don't know.
I'm answering the question. I do not believe in the racist out of Africa theory that says all black people were descended from monkeys and that their phenotypes came from the evolution of a monkey.
That's not the out of African theory.
It is 100% a theory.
If you don't know what a theory
is,
that's a theory. That's not the out of Africa theory.
It is the out of Africa. It's a part of the out of Africa theory.
Well, find us the scholar that said that then.
Okay, hold on.
And the fact that people don't know that your phenotype is directly correlated to your environment and your ability.
Who said that? Was it not white people who made that up? Because y'all be repeating all the same history and science that was all made up.
So now we're denying that phenotype is. So now we're denying phenotype is tied to environment.
But okay.
So now we're denying phenotype is tied to environment.
Let's see what these scholars said.
Listen, if we're going to deny that phenotype is tied to adaptation to your environment,
we're just going to look it up because, like you said,
look it up then. Look it up.
All over the
look
world,
it up, man.
And they all don't look exactly
the same.
They have similarities, but they don't look exactly the same.
That a country was
And
found.
again, the reason why not all black people look alike is because we were scattered over various regions in Africa, for one.
Hold on, I got a call.
We were scattered over various regions in Africa that have very different terrains. Contrary to popular belief, there are cold, snowy areas in Africa. We've had hundreds of thousands of years to develop different mutations to create different phenotypes. That's why you can go to Africa, you'll see blonde people. You can see people with blue eyes, dark skin, light skin, everything in between. This facial feature, that facial feature. Because of the environment. Y'all don't be knowing anything on these panels.
Actually, we do know something. So...
She just questioned if the environment plays a role in your phenotype. Because white people told her that.
That I don't agree with. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense.
Makes no sense at all.
No, but there is dark-skinned people in Asia who are descendants of Africans. They are black. And they do look
They're
Asian.
not black, bro.
Yes, they are.
Just having African ancestry don't make you black.
Yes, it does. To me, it does.
Then you don't know what ancestry means. Sir, then that means white people are black too.
No, they're European. They come from the Caucasus.
European is not a race, sir.
Hence Caucasia.
European is not a race.
Fine. Who is the majority of a race in Europe? White.
But they have African ancestry too.
Some do, some don't.
Which ones don't? If human life started in Africa, how can... Wait a minute.
Hold on, no. I'm speaking now. The ones from Northern Europe don't have African ancestry. The ones from Southern Europe do. Questionably do.
If human life started in Africa...
That's what they say.
If we know that a group of Africans left Africa, migrated to what we call Europe, made it with the Neanderthal... Mm-hmm. And over time, that's how we develop white people. How do white people not have African ancestry?
Because they don't have any melanin in their skin.
Sir, all people have melanin except people who have albinism.
They don't.
White people have melanin, sir. They just have low levels of it. What are you talking about?
They have less melanin.
You just said they don't have any. Now you're saying they have low.
They have some do, some don't.
So what white people, outside of people with albinism, don't have melanin? Which ones?
I believe maybe the Italians, the Spanish.
Oh, you're fucking dumb, bro.
You're dumb.
Y'all can have this. This is a dumb ass
I think
panel.
everybody should just concede because Macedo
Okay, I'm done with you.
He's really good at debating.
I'm done with you.
He's really good at debating.
He's good at being that. No, he's good at being an a-hole. That's what he's good at doing. Being condescending.
I don't know. He's kind of good.
Well, he's not that as good if he is being an a-hole, condescending, and rude, and saying you're dumb because you don't agree with this point. He has some great points, but he needs to check and watch the way how he talks to people. If you really want to be a great debater, maybe you need to speak in a much more politer way. He gave up. He ran. I kicked him because I don't like anybody calling me names. I don't like anybody trolling me or bullying me here on this live because I have a different opinion. I don't do it to anybody else. Don't do it to me. Michael, I'm cool with you. Faye, I'm cool with you. Mina, I'm cool with you. But the other people, they can go. They debated a point. Their logic was whack. They got cooked and they got smoked. Sorry, no. He is one of those brothers who happen to be so prideful, so self-centered, who may be borderline of being a stereotype. I met people like him before.
I had to concede with him. He beat me in a debate.
He did. Because you didn't know.
Made me understand.
Yeah.
He was good.
He wasn't that good. Parker, Satana, Dean, they're pretty good than him, honestly. If he's that good, he needs to go start his own shit.
He should start his own thing.
Yeah. Okay, to two people who just joined, can I get your age?